Hey, welcome to UK Wildcrafts. So this time of year, late summer to early autumn, one of the questions that I get asked the most is whether someone has found Sloe, Bullace or Damson. They are quite similar and they're all members of the prunus genus. Now the prunus genus contains all your fruits like apricot, plum, cherries and peach, and the members of that genus usually share a few similar traits. Those traits are they have fruit which surrounds a large stone or pit, and they have flowers with 5 petals which are normally white or pink, and they also have leaves that are oval and serrated. So if we take a look at the fruits, we've got Sloe on the left, Bullace in the middle, Damson on the right. You see that Sloe and Bullace are both similar shapes in that they're both spherical, but Bullace are a little bit bigger, and Damson are the biggest of the three. They've got more of an oval shape. These are sloes, prunus spinosa, which grow on the blackthorn bush. A very dense bush which is often used by farmers to separate fields. And it's called blackthorn because the bark, it starts off a lighter grey brown colour, but as it matures it goes a lot darker to almost black, and it has masses of these really sharp thorns all over it. Sloes are very astringent and they're a bit too sour for most people to just eat raw off the bush, but they do go very well in gin. And you can usually pick them from August, as long as there's a bit of softness to the fruit. I do hear people say it's best to wait until after the first frost, but I don't think it really makes any difference personally. I think maybe years ago the first frost came a lot earlier in the year, because now if we waited for that frost, it would most of the fruit would be overripe. And the main reason people say to wait for that frost is to it helps crack the skin, which releases the flavour if you're soaking them in gin. But what you can do is just place them in the freezer for a few days, and that helps crack the skins, and you get the same effects that way. And you see how the fruits there are almost black. In the same way as Bullace, if they go that colour, they're overripe and not much good. One of the main differences between sloes and Bullace and Damson is that Bullace and Damson, the fruit grow in quite dense clusters, and with sloes you do still get a lot of fruit on each bush, but it's a bit more spread evenly around the bush. And the leaves, in the same way as Bullace and Damson, are small, oval and serrated. These are Bullace. You see they look quite similar to sloes, but they're a fair bit bigger. And as I said before, they grow in denser clusters. Taste-wise, they're somewhere in between Sloe and Damson, and not as astringent as Sloe, but they're not as sweet as Damson. They do have thorns on, but they're not as thorny as the blackthorn bush. And whereas Sloe grow on a very dense bush, Bullace kind of grow on a small shrub-like tree, which is still very dense, and damsons grow on a more medium-sized tree. And finally, least common of the three are these damsons. And whereas sloes and bullaces are more spherical, damsons have an oval shape, and they're usually quite a lot bigger than sloes and a bit bigger than bullaces. Sloes and bullace are usually too sour to eat raw, whereas damsons, you can pretty much eat them straight off the tree. And you'll see the flesh looks very similar to plums. And damsons are actually a subspecies of our domestic plum.